I don't get that much questions on my YouTube channel, but when I do, they are more than likely the same thing. What hand do you use? Are you ambidextrous? Can you use both hands to draw? Why do you switch hands so much? Today we are gonna answer those questions right here in this video, and I am gonna use both hands to draw. I really don't know how to answer this question in a simple, straightforward way, so I guess I will just explain my hand situation. While I do that, you will be able to see me use both hands for drawing and painting, so maybe you can answer the question yourself and comment below what hand you use as well. I would love to know that. So, for as long as I can remember, I have always referred to myself as ambidextrous, meaning I can use both hands to do anything and everything. But recently, I am finding out that maybe I am not. Yes, I do switch hands when I'm painting. My right hand seems to get tired easily, and I believe this is because it's weak, as I don't use it for anything other than drawing or writing. I do everything else with my left hand, pretty much. Opening doors, picking up objects, eating, drinking, throwing. That's all done with my left hand. I can do these things with my right hand, but it seems to default to my left hand. I also switch hands when I'm painting because it seems to be easier to reach certain areas with the other hand. This was one of the reasons I never participated in the non-dominant hand challenge that was going around for a while because I just wasn't confident enough in my normal drawing ability to draw on the camera no matter what hand I used. But basically, when I say that I switch hands to make it easier to reach certain places, if I want to draw something that's on the left hand side, it's easier for me to use my right hand, and if I want to draw something on the right hand side, it's easier to use my left hand. Drawing is another story though. I rarely actually draw with my left hand, and it does feel a bit unnatural to do it, but I think if I practiced with it enough, it would become more natural, and I think it's really good to be able to do it as well, because if you injure your hand, then you can use your other hand to draw and you don't feel like you can't draw. I decided to do some research on this to get to the bottom of this because I wanted to really know what hand I draw with or what hand I use the most and the facts behind it basically. So excuse me if I mispronounce any of the terms used for this stuff from here on out because I have no clue. Apparently, people that are ambidextrous are very rare, only making up about 1% of the population, and people who have no dominant hand and can use both hands equally in skill are about 1 in 100. That's crazy! There's hardly anybody that's ambidextrous. Anyway, so there's a couple of different types of ambidextrous people, the rarest being ambidextral, which is the one that I just mentioned, pertaining equally to both sides, so they can do everything with either hand and both their hands are equally skilled. And then the other one, which I think I am, but I'm not sure because I think that I've got one hand that's stronger than the other, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. I don't know. Basically, it's ambisynetral. Ambisynetral? I don't know if that's how you say it. Referring to people who have no dominant hand and use both hands, but neither hand is very strong. Both hands have the approximate skill of a right-hander's left hand. That kind of sucks, to be honest, if that's the one I have. The brains of the left-handers and ambidextrous people are very similar in the sense that both the right-hand side and the left-hand side of the brain are pretty much symmetrical, indicating that most of them started out as lefties, but back in the older times were forced to use their right hand, therefore developing ambidextrous. ambidextrity. I could say this last night when I wrote it, but now I can't. Ambidextrity. No, ambidexterity. There we go. Or basically, if they've injured their dominant hand, then they are forced to use their non-dominant hand, therefore developing the same ambidexterity skills. I don't think that actually happened with me. I sometimes tried to write with my left hand when my right hand got tired, but I don't think the teacher tried to make me write with my other hand, although with my left hand I did write some letters back to front. Like if I was writing a D, I would write it a B instead, and if I was writing a B, I would write a D instead. I don't know, weird. Anyway, there is a comment that I get quite a lot on my videos, or if I ever bring up ambidexterity in another video if they're talking about it, and that's basically that someone or a couple of people has pointed out that ambidextrous people are stupid or dumb, and that it's been scientifically proven that this is indeed the case. I don't want to go too much into this because there's far too much stuff to go over. However, one of the studies that proves this was done with 8,000 people, 87 of them being able to use both hands comfortably, and apparently the ambidextrous students, the 87 of them, were 90% more likely to struggle with math problems and struggle with language. But I know plenty of people that are ambidextrous who are really smart. So what does it matter? How can you truly prove that? I don't understand. Maybe that's because I'm ambidextrous and I'm dumb. Who knows? But yeah, I don't believe that. I mean, there has been other scientific surveys being taken, but I don't believe that there's enough ambidextrous people out there to do a fair study. Although, to be honest, if I'm going to be transparent with you guys, I'm not very good at maths at all. But I don't know if that's because I'm left-handed or just because, well, I'm not even left-handed, because I'm ambidextrous, or because I just didn't really do well in school because I was focused on other things. Apparently there is also a thing where people say that left-handers or ambidextrous people are better at sports than right-handed people, and better at creativity such as music and art, which, to be honest, I don't know, but a lot of artists that I watch on YouTube seem to be left-handed. Like, there is a lot more left-handed artists on YouTube that I know of compared to right-handed artists, but there are a fair few of right-handed artists as well. Anyway, I will leave a link to where I got my information along with others if you're interested. I don't know, I just thought this video would be fun to do. I hope that this video cleared up all of your questions, and check out these other videos if they take your fancy, and I'll see you in the next one.